going on, guys? Thanks for coming to the podcast today.
Hey, how's it going?
Thanks for having us.
This is your first podcast you've ever done before?
It is.
You know, it's so funny. Everyone I do is normally their first one, so I kind of feel like I'm kind of opening the world for everyone on doing podcasts.
You really
cool,
are.
Yeah, it really is. So why don't you tell everyone who you guys are?
We are Team Shake and Bake. I am Caressa Coupez,
And I'm Michelle. We're a mother and daughter team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, you know, you guys have kind of been in the industry for about 4 years now, doing really well up in the mountain areas. What was it that made you guys get into real estate? Because kind of everyone always has a story. I know we talked before, like you kind of jumped in after she did. So, what was your reason on getting in?
Yeah, it was actually my mom. It was her idea. So that was always my backup plan as a career. And I've always loved like going into houses, checking them out, finding out what's wrong with them. And we bought a lot in our life. So it kind of just naturally went and got it during COVID, and then
it's hard to be a real estate agent on your own.
It is. She saw me
struggled,
struggling,
and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It bothered me, you know. So then I got my license, and then we just
What was it about it that you saw that you didn't like her struggling with?
everything. She didn't have a TC.
I'm not good at juggling people too. I'm better at like the escrows and like getting to know them. But as far as texting back and everything, she's way more of a people person.
Yes, I'm really good at that.
Isn't it so funny when we get into real estate? Like, there's so many tasks that you have to be great at.
Yes.
Like, it's unbelievable all the things that you're like, oh my God, I got to be good at this and this and this and this and
And
this.
if you're not, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, nobody's perfect. You
Yeah.
can't be great at everything.
Yeah. And then but every agent wants to do it on their own. And I'm like, the more you do it, the more you realize like it's almost impossible.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
horrible.
So you saw her struggling. So you were just so busy doing deals. Obviously, COVID was insane during 2020. I remember just being, I was working kind of by myself at that time. Luckily, I had a full assistant. And I remember just like literally being in the car driving. She'd be setting up more showings from new buyers. And then I would just not even go home. I'd get a text saying, okay, you're going to this property now. You're going to this property now. And I would just drive around. If I didn't have her, I don't know what I would have done.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
With all the documents and everything.
I know. I was tearing my hair out being brand new and that. It was horrible.
Right.
So what was the biggest thing you thought that kind of helped you out? Obviously, you're brand new, and a lot of agents don't realize, but 90 or 87% don't make it past 3 years. What was it in the beginning that kind of helped you keep the fuel going in real estate?
Honestly, as soon as I got my first deal, I felt a lot better about it. But once you realize that all the paperwork is kind of self-explanatory and it's really hard to mess up and you should just stop overthinking it, it's a lot easier.
Why do you think agents overthink paperwork so much? Because all these agents I always train, they're like, I need to know the documents. I need to know the documents. And I'm like, the crazy thing is when you get really good, I haven't written a contract in like 7 years.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to write a contract.
I never taught her. I
sell
didn't
a
have
house.
time.
I can sell a house like that. But she does all the contracts.
Yeah, so what was it? So what was it? Why do you think agents do that? Why do they think they get so wrapped up around paperwork?
Because they think that's all the job is. Because, you think about it, you're like, okay, I'm a realtor. Like, what should be my job? Oh, it must be all these contracts. But no, you're pretty much just holding somebody's hand while they're buying a house.
Yeah. So you said it was your backup plan. What were you doing before real estate?
Oh, I was an airplane mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, I think there's some people that have good traits to get into it. What do you feel like that job kind of helps you out, get a little bit prepared for real estate?
Well, yeah, I'm used to dealing with like difficult personalities or even just like being able to point out the flaws in a house for new buyers. It makes them feel more comfortable working with you.
Yeah. So obviously you were watching her to get into real estate and you're like, I want to get my license now. How was your first experience when you first got started?
Well, coming from a prison, because I worked in the prison system for about 20 years, every other word is fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or shit damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my vocabulary. And I was cool when I said it, right? Like, I was really cool. And then I came out and I looked at everybody and it was the real life. I'm like, oh my God, fuck isn't that cool anymore.
Yeah, it's
like
not.
we learned some real words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to relearn my vocabulary. I had to relearn how to talk to people without 20 years in the system.
Well, yeah. Was it hard for you to kind of soften yourself a little bit?
It was really hard because I'm so hardcore. Like, I'm used to cussing.
Because you had to be.
Bossing people around. And I'm just like, oh my God, I got to take the back seat. I got to be nice. I got to use cool words, nice words.
So how long how long do you feel like that took a
transition?
transition?
4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what happened to me when I first got into real estate. I was 27. I was like the young gun and I did a handful of deals really fast and I was like the youngest guy in my office. I was the number one agent and all the agents were like, dude, why are you so like abrasive? And I'm like, this is just who I am.
Yeah.
This is where I come from. Like, it had to be this way. You know, 9 years later, I've calmed down a little bit. But,
Right.
you know.
You got to find that happy medium.
The happy medium where people, you know, you're nice to people, but they don't walk all over you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, for you guys, with COVID going on, how have you worked together as a mom and daughter team? Because I'd assume there might be some differences. I used to work with my brother, and maybe that was a little bit different. But like for you guys, what has been the positive working together, and what's been the negative?
Well, we're 100% opposites.
Yeah.
So
And she's my best friend.
Yeah, so we could talk about anything, but the best part is that when you're out showing and you do need houses, you can call them up and you don't have to be like, oh, hi, can you please get me some more houses? You can be like, fuck, I need houses in this range. This is what
I'm
they
on call
want.
while she's out in the field, and I'm like, boom, 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 getting 4 more houses that fits what she needs. Which is the same for me.
Yeah, are you guys from up there? Are you guys
we
up
live
in
up
the
there.
live up there?
We live up there, yeah.
How long have you guys lived there for?
Like
20 years.
Yeah, maybe like 12,
Yeah.
20,
Well,
something
off
in
and
there.
on. Yeah.
What is with mountain agents not liking people from down here?
You noticed?
They don't.
They don't. They
Yeah.
don't like us
Yeah.
one bit.
I do.
Well, we've lived down the hill before, so we're cool with everybody that's down the hill, but they kind of like almost gatekeep the mountains.
They do.
They don't want to
They're
accept
gatekeepers.
deals from
They don't-
anybody or
Yeah.
They don't want to accept deals from us. They want to make it
No.
hard for us to
They
show
really
them.
don't.
they
Right?
do.
They really. I don't
Yeah.
understand what's. I
It's
think
ridiculous.
There
it's-
used to
We're
be
not like
another
that,
MLS, like another
They-
like
it-
lockbox
Yeah.
a
too.
different lockbox up there.
And
Yes.
they charge so much.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It's so funny that people do it. It's like if I want to show your property,
That's
just let
funny
me
that
show
you
it.
know that.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I know.
Everyone down the hill knows that.
Okay.
yeah,
Because it's always seems so difficult to get anything done up there.
it is.
You know what I mean? It's like it's almost like you don't belong in the mountains.
That's what they try to make it
Yeah.
like. Like there's so many things you need to know about, but honestly, there's really nothing you need to know about that's different. All you need to know is, you know, what roads are plowed and
Yes.
you know, a few HOAs. It's
Yeah.
really simple.
Who has lake rights? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. Who has
So for
lake
you
rights?
guys, like, it's so hard. I don't actually really like showing in the mountains because, like, it'll say like a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's really like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and a room's a closet's cut
Yeah.
in half, and there's 2 bedrooms. Do
Right.
you guys come across that a lot up in the
All
mountains?
the time. You're
yeah.
like, what?
And you just laugh at it.
You just laugh at it.
You just
Well,
look around and
that's
you're like,
mountain
yeah,
living.
mountains are crazy.
Yeah, like I'm
Mountains
like,
are wild.
it's hard when people from down here go up there to like
Yeah.
buy rentals and
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
and I'm like, they're like, oh, it's a 4-bedroom too, and you go look at the photos, you're like, no, that's a closet split in half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And a lot of them
or
don't
a
even have
little
closets.
utility room or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? So you obviously started. How were you getting deals like when you first started? Was it social media? Was it your broker you
Honestly,
worked for?
I had a guy from EXP that I worked with for a little bit, and he was paying into Zillow, and that's kind of how I got like first started. And
Zillow. Okay, well, let's just be honest.
okay, yeah, we pay a lot of money
We
into
pay a
Zillow
lot
now.
of money for Zillow.
You pay a lot of money for Zillow? Yeah. What is your number?
We like 10,000.
That's not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to know people that were spending like 45
But
a
you
month.
know what? It works for us, and I work every fucking
It's
deal.
not for everyone,
It's
though.
not for everyone.
It's not
though.
for me.
No, because
It's not for me.
you
Yeah.
have to work it, and I'm good at working
Yeah,
it.
you have to work them. You have to follow
Yeah.
up. You got to be on it.
I'm
Like,
that
That's her.
person.
And
Yeah.
she doesn't
I
even
can
have
get deals.
She
I
doesn't
can
have
get
a
a customer
CRM.
now, and then they won't buy, but in 2 years they'll buy.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
how often are you following up with people?
She texts them
once
like they're
every-
friends.
Well, like we're friends pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
but like if I don't know them, like maybe once every 3 months.
Okay. Is there a system behind that, or you just that's what
No,
you feel
I
like
just whatever I feel like doing, I do.
doing? Got it.
But it works for me.
No,
really
Zillow's a
does.
different beast. I think a lot of
It
people
is. I
think
love
it's
it.
like easy money.
No.
It is really difficult.
have to be on
because
everybody's
we bought
schedule.
in the desert, right? Because why did we buy in the desert?
You bought leads in the desert?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did. It
why
was a
did we?
mistake.
I
Oh, yeah.
forget.
Hesperia, because we just wanted to
was open or
diversify. It
something?
was open.
So anyway, we bought like $5,000 worth, and we got like maybe 10 shit calls.
Yeah.
They were all bad.
Nothing was good. So that was a waste of 5,000.
Are you really happy with the lead sources that they're getting up there
Oh
right
my
now?
god, it's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the hard part for us
It's
is
amazing.
we only have Flex down here now.
Yeah, I know. That's
We-
what they were saying. You guys will never be able to get like.
We'll
regular
never like Zillow
Yeah.
will call me and they'll be like, "Hey, a zip code's open," and I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
well, what is it?" They're like, "Oh, well, I can get you like $150 a month for
Yeah.
one call." I'm like,
No.
Yeah.
"Why would I do that?"
Yeah.
Right. But
I
you have to
know.
be best of Zillow in order to get everything that goes good with Zillow too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've been best
If-
with Zillow since day one.
If you're not in the top 3 of the people spending, it's not even worth it.
It's not even worth
Right.
it. Do they have Flex up there with you guys or no? No. Interesting. So you guys are spending on Zillow $10,000 a month. Are you guys spending on anything else?
no.
Just Zillow?
We're trying to
Zillow.
work on our social media, but we're really bad in front of the camera.
Yeah,
Interesting.
So we're
that's
working
our
on
thing.
that.
Yeah. You guys are doing great right now.
Yeah, maybe because we could just pretend like his camera's not on.
Yeah,
Maybe we
exactly.
can pretend.
Do you guys work a lot of open houses up there or no?
No, open
No,
houses.
we don't
No.
have time.
Yeah,
No.
because you're just showing so many
We're just
buyers.
showing all,
Yeah, like
all the
on
time.
Saturday, we could have like 3 or 4 showings.
Mhm.
You know, we could have none, or we could have 3 or 4.
Are you seeing a lot of people from out of town still buy up there,
Always.
Always.
or is
From
it?
LA, Orange
Oh,
County.
really? There's
yeah,
no like.
beaches.
You don't see too many locals up
No,
there.
not
rebuy.
often.
No.
Some.
I would say like 1 out of every maybe 7.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. So the Airbnb and all that still
Airbnb is still big.
still big
and
up there.
still like part-time houses
Yeah.
or people from
Vacations.
like Orange County want to move up
Yeah,
full-time.
she
They're
just
working
sold
remotely.
like a $900,000 house to people who just wanted to build snowmen.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
That's all they wanted. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So
That's,
she decided to talk up the snowman and she sold the house.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever get worried about kind of not worried, but like with the wintertime, do you guys, if you have does it slow down for you guys in the winter?
Well,
Oh,
we
yeah.
had the snowpocalypse and it really kind of
Was that last year? No, or that 2 years ago?
2
2
years.
years,
2 years ago.
right?
Yeah.
So we made a lot of money that year, right? But we spent it like foolishly.
Yeah, we all
So
do.
we were like
Yeah.
broke, right? Because we didn't
We
know
were
how
really
to be
broke.
realtors.
Yeah,
yet.
we had to go work at the ski resorts.
So we
Yeah.
worked at the ski resort.
At least you guys seasonal work up there.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
It
so it
helps.
was fun. I mean, it is what it is. You just have to just, learn from your mistakes. You
Yeah,
know what
I think
mean?
that's a hard part in real estate. I think we all make that mistake somewhere in our career.
Uh-huh.
We get too
But we
big,
learn,
too
though.
fast.
We learned.
You know,
Yeah.
you spend too much money. You think the money's
Yeah.
gonna keep coming in,
And then it doesn't.
Right.
or you're like, oh, what's $5,000?
Yeah.
You're like,
when
oh,
the
what's
snow's up to here, you're like, oh shit,
We
we're
can't
not
go
showing
nowhere.
nothing.
yeah.
You know.
So you if you had to guess between your business percentage wise, what is buyer side and what's listing side?
All buyers.
All
we
buyers.
don't like working with sellers.
I think
You
we've
don't.
only done like 2 listings in our whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We
So you-
just prefer buyers.
So you don't have any follow up with the buyers that are working with?
We do, but honestly, we don't really try to follow up and get the listing. We don't really like working listings.
Got
Yeah,
it.
I love being a buyer's agent.
Okay, that's crazy to hear that because most people think the opposite. What is it about the listing side that you guys don't like?
People feel like they're hiring you, so it's more like you're like
You're
working a
for
job.
somebody.
You
Got
know
it.
what
They
I
like
mean?
to be free.
And they think that their house is worth more than it is, and it's harder to break it to them. You know, it's easier to help somebody buy something and get a new start.
Yeah, I think that's a downfall when newer agents want to become listing agents. And I always tell them like it's kind of difficult to like
It is.
go tell someone you need to drop their price to like $25,000 or $50,000.
Yeah.
Because that's going to impact their life.
It can
You know
impact
what
your
I mean?
life. That's not an easy conversation to
No,
have with
it's
people.
not.
No, and then they think they know more. So if you don't come at them with confidence and they see
Yeah, you have to
any
be
kind
really
of
confident, yeah.
like weakness, they're not going to believe
But then
you.
if they have like all their stuffed animals or all their knickknacks in their bedroom, you're like, get this shit down.
Yeah.
Your house isn't gonna sell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get
Yeah.
that old quilt grandma gave you 20 years ago. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
It is-
how do you say that to somebody that's old?
I don't work with a
Yeah.
lot of older clients, so
Right.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
That's not
it's
really
hard.
my
Pretty much you
demographic.
don't.
Because
Yeah.
but it's funny because we're kind of the opposite. Like I'm probably 90% listings and maybe
Oh,
10%
wow.
buyers.
Oh, that's cool.
Like I might only do 2 buyers this year.
Uh-huh.
You know, so it's not really. I actually have you spoke to Emily. Emily runs my buyers around
Oh, okay.
because I'm not a great buyer's agent.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Because I don't like being all, hey guys, what's up? Like I'm
Yeah.
more business. Like we come in, we
Okay.
talk about business, we get out.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
That's why I'm good with
Okay,
listings.
yeah, so you found
Yeah.
out what
You
works
see,
for
like-
you.
Exactly,
You know,
but at
everybody
least
has
you
their
know.
own-
Yeah.
At least
their
you
own
guys
thing,
know what you
know?
like and don't like.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can make fast friends pretty easy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you guys do showings together at all, or it's always
Yeah,
separate?
sometimes we do. If it's
We'll
a hot
pop in on
customer.
each other, or if somebody's difficult, then one
Then,
person will
we'll both
entertain
show.
them, and then yeah.
Then sometimes we'll like follow each other to the showings and like hide in back of the other person's car. When they come back out from the showing, we just scare the shit out of
Oh,
them.
really?
So we
Yeah.
just have fun with it all the time. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you just
We're
gotta
always
make it
having fun
fun.
up there.
So for you guys, have you seen a slowdown at all? Obviously, with rates
No,
being a
We
little bit higher.
did. We did when the rates were higher, but we were still selling.
Yeah, we're
Mm-hmm.
still selling.
It was just less consistent, but we still had like an escrow or 2 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? What would be a good year for you guys? Like, what is a year that you're like? Do you guys set goals at the beginning of the years, or you just kind of
Nah.
go with the flow?
You
with
have
the
to
flow.
go with the flow. If you set goals, you're just gonna stress yourself out.
Got it. So what would be a good year for you guys then?
I would
This
like.
is a good year.
Well, it's getting better. I would like 4 escrows a month.
4 escrows a month.
Yeah, that's what I would like.
All right. What did you guys do last year?
I don't even remember. Last year was slow.
Last year
We
was
did
slow.
like at least 3 escrows a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
22 was my slow year.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think we did like 3 a
Yeah.
month.
Well, it's exciting. I can't believe you guys are running that many escrows around with on buy side because that's
It's fun.
pretty sad.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
a lot of fun.
is it maybe a little bit easier for you guys because you're not so spread out? Like here, I could be, there's times where I was during COVID when I was still working with buyers. Like I was running buyers all the way down to like Menifee,
Okay, now
Temecula,
that's hard. I wouldn't
all
be a
the
real,
way up to
I
Redlands.
wouldn't be a
And,
realtor if
Yeah.
I had to do that.
I don't know. I think I would. It's just
Really?
the houses aren't as interesting to me. Like to sell down
that's the
here.
hard part that people
Yeah.
don't get is
Yeah.
the track homes are just like
boring.
I've seen so many of them.
homes.
I've seen them. They're
How
all
do you
the
get
same.
excited about the same track home? You know what I mean?
That's something I've always thought about.
Yeah.
Like even when like listing houses, right? I'm like, how many 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath track homes can I sell?
Exactly.
And how do you write a description?
Yeah, the same one. You're like, can I just copy and paste this?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
So we get different things all over the mountains. No houses match.
Big ones, small ones, medium ones. We sell them all.
What's the biggest deal you guys have ever done?
Yeah, like 900? I think this one was a bigger one.
No, I think I had the bigger one. I think it was like 950 or something.
No, it was just a really good percentage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess she had the big one.
Yeah, I think this one was like 900, but honestly, we don't sell a lot of like high-end things. We sell like in the 450 range, but we sell a lot of
But
them.
now that we're going to Lake Arrowhead, we're gonna.
Oh, you're gonna start getting Zillow in Lake Arrowhead?
No, we have like
we're gonna have an office,
and we're pretty much
on
gonna
the
be
boardwalk.
the only agents on the boardwalk. So we get everybody who's gonna walk in.
Yeah, we're the first
Isn't
ones.
there a Coldwell Banker up there?
There is.
There's a Coldwell
Yeah, I remember.
Banker.
I was up there maybe a month ago.
So we're gonna be with Capri.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a small little place, but it's literally right in front where everybody's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's the
walking
first
by.
real estate office right by Bank of America.
So what was for a reason on picking a small brokerage like that?
Well, I don't want to. If we're going to be in a brokerage and we're trying to get leads from being there, why would we go in a place that has 20 other people in there?
Agree.
That would make no sense. And then you're in like the drama, and you become one of the mountain drama realtors.
Yeah.
But if we go to this small place where there's only 2 other people, they're cool.
Who
we don't
we
have.
like.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't have to compete. We'll just take turns on leads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No drama.
Do you guys run into a lot of the same agents?
Oh yeah,
All the time.
all the time. We have their number saved in our phone. We could just call them and show their houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We literally never run into the same.
Are you
Are you?
serious?
That would
Never.
be so nice.
That's wild.
I never run into anyone and everything. When I first
Yeah.
started, every agent. Who the heck is texting? When I first got in, all the agents were like, "You got to be nice to agents because you're gonna have to do deals with them." I don't think I've ever done a deal with an agent twice over 300 and something houses.
Oh
I've
my
never done a
gosh.
deal with the same person twice.
That's crazy.
have.
Yeah, no, like literally, you could be telling somebody off, and then you have to show their house again the next day, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh no.
It's funny.
So it's crazy that it's such that small of a niche up there.
It really is. So you have to mind your P's and Q's. But
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put your
9
foot
times
down
out of 10,
too.
You gotta mind your P's and Q's.
Are you guys number one on Zillow up there?
We're number one period pretty much up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buyer wise, yeah. Everybody,
Buyer-wise, of course
everybody
not
gets the
seller-wise.
listings, and then they just call us to see if we have buyers.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that. Have you guys ever thought about maybe bringing someone on the team to handle the listing side for you guys?
We're thinking about maybe bringing in the people
But
that we're
it's
going
just
to be
people
with.
are just so low energy, and they just think that they have to have mentorship and they have to have.
No, but I mean, you'd have to
training
probably I'm saying like bring in someone that already knows what they're doing, like partner with them.
Yeah, we've thought about it with the place we're in now. We're going to kind of feel it out and see if we want to kind of give off the listings.
But then again, I'm thinking, we can learn it too. I mean,
We might be
we
good.
learn.
I'm
from
telling
buyer's
you, you
agents.
guys say like for some reason you guys say you don't want to do listings, but I tell you, the moment you start doing them and you have 5-6 listings going on at one time and you're not driving around on the weekend, hold on, how do you guys handle? So with my assistant, we do group texts with the agents. Do you guys do the same thing, or do you guys?
You know what? I
We
really
try
try
to.
to get everybody on a 3-way, but it's like sometimes we're so busy we just don't do it. You know what I mean? But
most know that you could call us both because
Yeah.
our numbers are on the email. So
Right. Yeah.
most of them know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But whoever usually starts the escrow or whoever showed the house ends up dealing with the agent. It's
Yeah.
just how it ends up
Yeah.
going.
Interesting.
But we're trying to get better. Like every day, we try to like improve.
Oh no, we're chaotic.
We're
Are you
chaotic.
guys crazy?
We're so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
We have no
So,
organization.
No, but we try to get better every single day.
Interesting. Is there a piece that you would try to want to get better at?
Social media, of course.
Well, I mean not that, but I'm saying like more organized.
Organized? Oh, of course.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like with your text messages.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Even-
keeping everything in line. You
Yeah,
know?
getting all my paperwork done on time for my
Yeah,
TC.
making sure.
Oh, do
like,
you have a TC?
Now we do. It's
Oh.
saved our
TC is
lives.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be the first thing anyone ever
Yeah,
does.
she's worth $1 million.
100%. Don't tell her that.
amazing.
Oh, I'll
No,
tell
she
her.
I tell my
She
assistant
knows.
that, and thank God she never tried
Yeah.
to raise her.
No,
I
she's
mean,
amazing.
for me, it's hard because sometimes she'll be like unavailable,
Mm-hmm.
right, on a weekend or something, and I like don't know how to do anything.
Yeah, our
You're
TC
like, oh,
is
no.
always available. She's
Literally,
always.
I don't know how to do it. No,
Yeah.
Like,
my
no.
problem is my assistant will work 24/7. I have to I had to get her a second phone so she wouldn't work
Oh my
weekends.
gosh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because she would
funny.
work nonstop, and she has 3 kids, and I was like,
Yeah.
hey, we really
This
don't
is
need
unhealthy.
you. We don't need you burning out.
Right.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we
Yeah.
need you to be. So when did you guys pick up an assistant or a TC? I'm sorry.
That was actually her idea. I think it was on
Yeah.
my 6th deal.
Well, she was with some lady who was
Very hard to work with.
Hard to work with.
The
a
brokerage.
And I went to one of their little Christmas things or whatever, and I just couldn't believe she was with the company. I'm like, you got to quit now.
Was it a small brokerage?
It was a small brokerage, but they were like high end, and it was just really kind of stuffy,
Really
stuck
fake.
up, very fake.
XYZ. So anyway, the lady had 3 TCs, and she told all of her realtors, you never have a TC. You do all your own paperwork. And then I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So then we changed, and the first
It's almost
thing
it should
did,
be it's actually the exact opposite.
I know.
Yeah.
I need more TCs.
So then we went with Excellence, and we got a TC, and it's just been amazing ever since.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the only way. So you were saying you want to get better at social media. Is there things that you want to do on social that you're just currently not doing?
Want to have fun.
Like have fun and show people what you are?
Yeah, literally. I mean, we're not going to be doing
These
this
are the
is
real
how you
estate
buy a
market.
house.
These are their interest rates. You know what I mean? We're just going to be having fun, just being us.
Yeah, so we're going to have the mountain people follow us, and then that way, when they do want to list their house, they're going to think about us, not popping up on their Instagram like, oh, have you seen these rates?
Yeah.
You know? Like, who actually wants to click on that all the time?
I agree.
So we're just fun.
Yeah.
It seems like it. Do you sometimes get annoyed that you're working with more? How do I want to say this in the right way? Like you're working with online buyers versus have you started working with any people that knew you buyers or are you still
what do you mean?
have you people that you knew up there?
We never
sphere of influence.
You know what's funny is that we've never worked with anybody we've known up in the mountains. Everybody's always
so it's all online
Yeah.
people. So you know what? You know no difference.
We know, everybody we meet, that's a buyer is brand new.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, this is an interesting model right here.
Yeah, I know.
wild.
We're chaotic.
Yeah.
No one understands it.
Well, the crazy part is down here, with the big teams, that's how a lot of the agents run their business. But it's normally just they're under a big team. It's normally not just one agent or two agents running their model this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what made you think about going that way? Because that's obviously very daunting to a lot of people are scared to invest that much per month.
Okay, well, in real estate, you have to take chances. In life, you
100%.
have to take chances.
Yeah.
And if not, you're just going to get the same boring thing as everybody else.
She's a balls to the walls
So
individual.
we're pirates.
Interesting.
We're pirates.
Yeah.
And we take chances.
Yeah.
We'll just roll the dice every day.
Was there any time that you Zillow wasn't working out well and you thought about going
Just
off of it?
that one time with the desert, I was kind of pissed off
we were
for
mad at the
convincing-
desert, and
for convincing her
then-
to buy it. But other than that, no.
Well, no, the snowpocalypse, no one called.
True, but I mean, obviously it was just an apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember I was showing up there at the time. We couldn't get up there.
Yeah, and you couldn't even see the signs. I'm like, how the hell am I going to show a house when I can't even see the signs?
I can't even see the house.
Well, no, we had one big house. We sold one big house. We went to go pick up this older lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was wild. What race was she? What was
Which
she?
one?
The old lady we picked up.
Oh, what was her name? She was awesome.
So anyway,
She was Armenian,
She was Armenian,
but
and
she had no fear.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
she had no fear. So anyway,
Yeah.
she wanted a house bad, and it was a snowpocalypse. We're like, hell yeah, we're gonna go show you a house. So we got dressed, got her snow gear on, went to Lake Arrowhead. We picked her up at her vacation house.
Yeah, she jumped.
And we
We
drove
met
over.
her on Facebook. It was our only Facebook marketing we ever did,
Yeah.
and this one random lady called.
And it actually
So it
panned out
worked,
for
so
us.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
worked.
it panned out. It was funny though, because we took her all through the snow.
And her family was all worried. She's like, "You don't even know these people." And she runs out of her house and
Yeah,
jumps
she's
in the
like,
car.
I gotta go. I'm looking for a house.
That's crazy. Do you how does it work? Because obviously every time you go up to the mountain, it's always kind of wishy-washy with people. Do people show up late a lot?
We do.
You guys do.
Well,
We
not
don't show up late. What do
well,
you
I mean, to showings, but as far as our clients are usually 30 minutes. We give them a 30-minute window.
Okay.
She only
Yeah.
does 10. I do 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
Because
Yeah.
it's difficult to get around there if you don't know the area that well.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if I think it's because you're bad with directions, I'll wait for you. But if I think you're just being disrespectful,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna burn out on you
Yeah.
because I have other things to do.
I like
Yeah.
that attitude.
You know?
She burns out very fast.
I like
She'll
that
burn out
attitude.
as well.
But no, I have bad luck. You see, I'll go and do the burnout, and then she'll get the call because she talks to the clients. She's like, "Oh," and they're all sweet. "Yeah, we're here. Sorry, we were late." She's like, "Get back over there." And I have to go and drive.
I just can't stand is when I'll get a sign call and I'll go meet someone and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm 20 minutes away," and then 20 minutes go by and I'm like, "Where
You're
are you?" They're like,
"Why am I sitting
and
here?"
they're like, "Oh no, we're another 20 minutes away." I'm like, you know what? This isn't
Yeah.
this obviously didn't work. Have you guys had any pushback with the new buyer's agent agreement signatures?
Oh, we're wild with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do it in a whole different way.
How do you guys do it?
So
In
we
person.
print it out.
Okay.
And then she puts tabs on it, like little sticky tabs.
Mm-hmm.
And then she highlights it, and we already put our initials and our dates. I'm like, all right,
Do you want to see?
Do you want to see houses today?
Yeah, she just calls them up for an appointment.
Do you want to see houses? Then you need to sign here. This is a 3-month agreement.
I love it.
Means you're going to work with me, and this is how I'm going to get paid.
I love it.
And that's it.
I love it.
See houses? Cool.
We've only
if
had,
not,
4 people say no?
No, it's only been 3.
3, yeah. 3 people say no.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's the greatest thing that's ever happened.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
I thought I was going to hate it, but it's
It's
awesome.
awesome.
I take pictures of it and, in front of them so they know everything's legal. And then she puts the contract, not signed, but like a blank contract in back of the houses that we're going to show that day.
Yeah.
So that some people are sticklers. Like, they're like, oh, can I see that contract? So I just staple one to the back now.
So she just staples a blank copy to the back. So
Nice.
if you want to look through it, you look through it later.
Have you guys had any, because like down here, I feel like every buyer or every seller is still offering commissions. Or buyer's commissions or buyer's concessions. Sorry, but like for you guys, like, are you guys seeing the same thing up there?
Oh yeah, people are not expecting the buyers.
Maybe
never
one
gonna
time.
happen. No, it's never gonna happen up there.
No.
People want us to show their houses. They're gonna pay us. Yeah, trust me.
Listing agents don't want to run around and show their houses.
As soon as we write an offer, we ask for 3.
We'll take less.
We'll take less, but we ask for 3.
Yeah, we usually go for 3.
But we don't take anything less than 2, though.
I respect it.
Yeah.
It's funny. I know agents that will like, especially on the list side. I know agents that'll take under 2%. I'm like, why are you wasting your time?
No, I wouldn't be a realtor.
And you're into the house for $1,000 before you even list it. Like,
no.
We're realtors to make money, not to work for free. We're good.
Right.
Interesting. So you guys don't send out like how to bake cakes during the wintertime?
Hell no.
Thank you. I struggle with that. People are like, oh, you need to be more personable. You need to show more of your personal life. I'm like, does my doctor send me birthday cards? No, he doesn't. That's what I thought.
And you know what? If I know somebody's birthday, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. I'm not your brother or your sister. And honestly, I don't care when your birthday is.
Interesting.
But you know what? When you want to buy a house, call me.
I love it. I literally love this. This is what I'm talking about, people.
You have to be yourself, though.
I read one book when I started real estate.
What book was that?
I don't even know what it was. And it was like 500 pages. I didn't get shit from it. But
all
all the lady said was build your own avatar. And if you could be yourself, you're going to be successful. And I told Chris, hey, let's be Team Shake and Bake. She's like, no one's going to take us serious. I'm like, no, we need to be Team Shake and Bake. If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
And now people say Team Shake and Bake with a serious look on
Can you imagine a for sale sign that had that on there?
Yeah, we do.
I mean, see, you guys can do listings.
And then we put our pictures from Belize on there. Like, we don't take regular pictures.
No.
We'll just put our vacation pictures on there.
A vacation selfie.
Nice. Nice. How are you guys not on social media? I think a TikTok would be great for you guys.
No, we want to do TikToks and stuff. I mean, we want to do social media. We're just really horrible in front of the camera.
We're busy too.
Yeah.
And we're busy.
Are you guys showing every day right now?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
A lot of days, yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's our literally we do the complete opposite.
Yeah, we do.
We are the complete opposite. I don't remember the last time I showed a house.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Like I don't leave this office unless it's a listing appointment.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy. I can't sit in an office now.
I just shoot videos all day long.
That would kind of be fun.
That's all I do is shoot videos. I think I shot like 7 videos today.
All right.
And then I'll give it to my guy and he'll edit it and then we'll put them on ads and whatever and send them on social and do all that stuff. That's what we do. We don't spend any Zillow. No, we don't buy Zillow. We don't pay for any things other than.
Well, it's kind of nice to be able to be in charge of your own spending because we are slaves to Zillow.
Well, I don't know if it's listen. When I first started, like I worked for a company that did Zillow, and I would have like this, like it would go out to like 15 agents.
Oh God!
You see, that would drive me crazy.
And it was whoever got to the text first got the lead. So literally, when I first started, I would have
it was like a video game, right?
Dude, it was like it would be like womp womp womp. I'd be like running to my phone. Swear to God, I'd be upstairs running to my phone.
Yeah.
So the thing that I didn't like about it was like I was always attached to my phone because if I didn't get the lead right away, someone else in the office got it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I gotta get that one. I gotta get that one. And then I would just show and show and show. And I kind of wish I kind of knew what I was doing back then. I would have probably closed more deals because I was terrible at following up. I still am, but like
that's her.
Yeah. I was so bad. I'm so bad at following up
to save her life. She just can't do it.
I can't. I'm so bad. I have CRM. I never really use it. Like, but when I first started, like it was like the way to kind of keep myself busy every day.
Yeah.
And then when I was gonna leave that office, I was like, okay, well, I have to get off of that because like I'm not gonna go buy Zillow because he was spending like. This is 2016. He was spending like $15,000 a month. That was a lot back then.
Yeah.
It's a lot now.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, no more Zillow leads. I couldn't take it. And I mean, we're in a position where it's like, okay, how do we find ways to like have some leads coming in? I think we're gonna start doing. We have Google ads going right now. We have where people, and then we have some YouTube stuff in the works, some Facebook stuff in the work. But
that's what we want to start doing.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, YouTube's where it's at. Yeah. Especially like if you run campaigns where it's like a 4-video like. Where someone watches your first video, then the second video ad would be that, and then the third video ad would be that. Yeah, stuff like that. So you guys could do it.
I think
we'll figure it out.
I think you guys need TikTok. Like I swear, like Instagram or TikTok would be something like.
That'd be cool.
I think you guys would do really well on it. You know, you seem like you guys have good personalities going back and forth. And she used to work in a prison. Like she could easily tell someone to drop a price on a listing. You could easily handle sellers.
She is the one that does it.
I do punk people a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm the one that gets them to sign it, and I charm them. And then when it comes time to drop it, she's right there.
Yeah, I'm the person who always gets people to drop their price on the house. Like I never have my people pay full price.
There you go.
Yeah,
I always punk
Our stuff sitting on the market a little bit longer up there right now.
Oh yeah, because we have so many houses up there. So
have you seen a lot of the explosion?
We have a lot of listings. So like,
many.
you know, I never have people offer full price on houses.
Do you feel like a lot of people up there bought Airbnbs and thought they were gonna like be able to have the rental property and pay for it, and now?
Well, Airbnbs are great, okay,
but not everybody can run them.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's a business. Like it's not just like easy cash. It's a whole business.
Well, and especially like then like there's so many up there.
Yeah,
right?
you have to stand out.
People do need Airbnbs up there.
Yes.
They're always
110%. But it's just hard to get a good person to manage it and to clean it. It's freaking hard.
Oh, to find someone to clean them?
Yes. To do a good job, it's hard.
Well, especially because you're paying, and I think Airbnb in general, like I've always looked, like every once in a while, I'm like, oh, maybe we'll just get an Airbnb, and then I look at all the fees that come up with it. I'm like, dude, I'll just get a hotel.
Yeah,
like it's way cheaper to get a hotel, and I don't have to clean up after myself or nothing.
Right. You don't have to worry about your reviews.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So like down here in Riverside, I check every week. Like we haven't really seen a big increase in listings. Like we still are less than we were in 22. So like, do you feel like it's doubled up there or?
There's so many houses for sale. There's so many.
So right now, being a buyer's agent is perfect for you guys.
Yeah, because everybody literally wants to sell. They're calling us and calling us like, hey, did they like it? Hey, did they like it?
Can I get feedback? Can I get feedback? When I got feedback, I'll let you know, dog. Like,
if they liked it, I'm going to call you.
I'm not going to sit there and give you feedback.
Do they give you? Did people call you immediately afterwards?
They try to, and I'm like, no.
That's the worst.
And like we're literally still driving. I got the people behind me. She won't let anybody follow her, but I usually have them behind me.
Why don't you let anyone follow you?
That's my pet peeve, man. I want no one following me in back.
It's prison rules.
You know,
she has prison rules.
She does.
Don't get them backing me. Like, you know, you guys do. You got GPS. Use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's taking the wrong streets just to
know.
She's going the wrong.
Yeah, if I mess up, you know, I don't want someone to look at me,
that is the worst. When someone's following you and you miss the house or miss a turn and you're like.
She does that, and then she's like, well, I know you guys think that I took you the wrong way, but I actually just wanted to show you the neighborhood.
I want to show you the neighborhood. Yeah. That's what you tell them. You want to show them the neighborhood.
You know what? I'm the type of realtor, I'm going to show you around.
Yeah. Dude, there's... Or the worst is like, the worst I always had, like, I remember, I've only shown a handful of houses up there, but the worst is like when, like, you get there and you're like, okay, where's the house at? Like, is it down here? Is it up there? Like
your
you're
GPS
searching.
Says you're here, and then you're looking back and forth. You're like,
searching, you're searching, you're like looking.
What's even worse is when the lockbox is way down low and you're wearing something nice, and it's just like
you literally have to go on a hike. I can't wear like a nice pair of sandals or
sandals or heels. Like we gotta wear like hiking boots and jeans. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you never know where that damn lockbox is gonna be.
They stash that thing like someone's gonna actually come in there and try to cut the box. Like, come on, dog.
That's so funny.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I just don't know. Like I remember when I first started, I had a buddy that had a decent sized company in the desert. And he wanted me to move to the desert, and I was like, I just don't know if I could sell desert houses and be out.
He just sold a desert house.
Yeah, I just couldn't know if I could be out there full time because I didn't live out there. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I'd want to commute back and forth.
No one wants to commute. You just sell where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are having, obviously, you're seeing something work well for you guys. You just made this exciting move to a new brokerage. But for you guys, what would be a great year next year? Like, are you guys say you don't make goals, but like how do you kind of know if you're going in the right direction or not?
We just keep on doing what we're doing and it works. But I mean, since we're at Lake Arrowhead now, like we're gonna be getting like $1 million people, like people who want to sell their houses, people want to buy $1 million houses who are walking to that office. So I'm thinking that along with Zillow, we're gonna be able to get like Zillow's like maybe $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 houses. But
yeah, I don't know too many Zillows that are like I don't know people that are millions.
I mean, we've gotten like 3 and they've all been fake.
Yeah, they're fake. Yeah,
or they just there's so much time, and then they just back out of nowhere, and you're like.
Yeah, some people have some weird stories that like want $1 million house, and you get happy. You're like, no, dog, this isn't gonna
real.
Work out.
Yeah,
this isn't real. You know.
I kind of wish, like, I know we have to have buyer's agent agreement now. I wish it was a law that someone had to be pre-qualified by a legitimate lender before even showing a house.
You know, I don't, because we don't even make our people get pre-qualified.
No, never.
We'll just show them
until they make an offer.
Until they make an offer.
And then we find out if they're qualified.
Yeah, but you know what? I could tell what you're driving. I can tell pretty much, you know, like basically, you know, how you're looking at houses. I can tell whether there's a chance of you getting pre-qualified.
Got it.
Yeah. And if there's not, like if they're like, you know, driving like a less expensive car, but I would be like, hey, you know what? Let's go to the cheaper houses.
Yeah.
Then I'll call my lender. Hey, can you, you know, talk to this person real quick and see if, you know, you can do anything for him?
Do you guys have a showing house max?
No.
No. You'll show
forever.
We'll
show you all night long.
I guarantee you they're going to get hungry before I do.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying it's like I'm talking like for like months. You'll show someone forever.
We showed for 2 years for like 2 people.
Really?
Yeah. And we got
so
you guys don't have to drive that far. Like we have like
yeah. Well, I mean, we've taken them to Big Bear, and then sometimes you want to go from Big Bear to Crestline, which is like a 50-minute drive, and then you're like, wait, I had this house, and then you have to go all the way back to Lake Arrowhead, and then you have to like you're hopping all around that thing.
Do you guys get a lot of cancellations up there because of weather? Like, well, all of a sudden someone's like, we're not going to come up today.
Well, cancellations in general, but that's why you have Zillow, so it's not like you're, like, depending on that one person. Like, they canceled, whatever. Wait till the next one.
Interesting.
You know?
Do you guys, obviously, Zillow is really about numbers. Do you kind of know your closing rate?
Honestly, I don't even remember.
I don't know, but I know we're number 1 in Zillow.
As long as the money keeps on coming in, I'm fine.
You don't like, do you know how many leads you guys get per month?
Yeah, it's on Zillow.
I think we're on 20. I think we're getting 21, right?
21 roughly calls. And those are those live transfers or are those?
Yeah, those are live
transfers. Got it. Because like when I first started, when I was back on Zillow a long time ago, it was like a text. There was no live transfer.
Yeah, it's like you just get a person, and then you could get people that like are like, yeah. Can you move this car that's in front of my lot? And you're like, what? What do you mean? This is Zillow. And they're trying to get a hold of the agent or something. So it's so annoying.
So some calls are bad. But you know what? That's why you have Zillow.
It's part of the numbers,
Yeah. It's part of the numbers.
Interesting. So we were talking about so you say you just keep you just keep doing the same thing over and over. So you don't track any metrics. You don't track anything?
No,
like
I keep it.
Like what do you track? What do you want to track?
Like track like obviously close rate. Are you tracking?
Not really, no.
Are you tracking like how many people in this area, this price point, anything like that?
No.
How many calls it takes to close someone?
No, not really.
We're not methodical.
Oh,
we just some people close fast, some people don't. If we don't like them, we stop working with them.
Yeah.
If we think we're getting broke, then we try to switch it up a bit.
Interesting. Right. So do you guys ever slow down your spend on Zillow or no?
No,
it's always the same.
We only increase it.
We
increase it all the time.
Do they call you a lot to increase it to buy it more zip codes or no?
We want them to actually.
Yeah, actually, we have a little rivalry. So in Crestline, there's a lady that always wants to jump us. So we're waiting now to. There's only 1%. It's like literally $50 away from being number 1 again.
Got it.
So we're always trying to get more.
Interesting.
Like, we want to own the whole entire mountain.
I love it. I love it, man. You're gonna have to get some listings going then.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I love how this podcast went. We would never want to work with sellers. To now, like, hell yeah, we need listings.
We're gonna do a whole bunch of listings.
We're gonna do it right now.
Yeah.
We'll be friendly to the down the hill agents, I promise.
Yeah. Please do. Give me the right super code.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, now that you guys have worked with a lot of listing agents, what is your number one pet peeve with listing agents?
When they say that you need to call them when you get to the house to get the code. We won't show your house.
Because sometimes you don't have reception.
So we won't show. We'll just tell them, okay, your house is
Unless you give me the code right now, I'm not showing your house. Because nobody wants to fumble with the phone with the buyers.
Why do they do that?
They say that their client says that or something like that, but I don't even care why.
Right.
Like, you're not going to get your house shown.
Or
then they're like,
if they have to sit there and they have to show with you, it's like, dude,
we have one lady that's notorious for that. She has to be at every single listing appointment.
Really?
Yeah, and she
like
follows
every single buyer. Yeah. It's horrible.
So
and
her
she
houses
follows.
never sell.
Yeah, and she's usually drunk.
Yeah.
And she
Really?
always has
Yeah.
to be there. So you have to warn your buyer. You're like,
She's actually an ex-movie star.
yeah, she's funny.
Yeah.
But you still have to warn your people like, hey, in order to see this house, this lady's going to come here. She's
so
probably
lady's
going
gonna
to be
follow
drunk.
you.
And she's going to be chatting you up. They're like, oh. And then they see her. They're like, oh, wow, you were right. You described her accurately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, as long as you know it's coming, it's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
have. Well, since you see everybody all the time, you kind of know their quirks.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, it's horrible, but it's also convenient.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, people hate that I don't pick up my phone ever.
Oh, that would drive us crazy.
That's a
Yeah.
big pet. If I'm like, I need your code, you know.
Oh no. See, we do everything showing time
That's
Okay, I
fine.
like showing time.
because everything's showing time. We
Go direct.
go direct or go direct or go straight to the seller. Nothing has to do with me. Everything codes are in there. Everything's already done for you.
That's fine.
You see,
Yeah.
I love that. You're organized.
Organized.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that.
No, I
That's
don't like talking on the
appreciated.
phone with agents because they normally call, and we've had this happen in the past where someone will talk to me about something. Like for another example was, like people will call me about dump stuff. Like, hey, can I set up my final walkthrough on Thursday? It's like in the email when we open escrow, it says please email everything because my assistant's the one that talks to the sellers to set up those things.
Yeah.
So it's like you call me, I'll forget. Like
Right.
I'm like
Yeah.
doing a million. I'm like
Yeah, at
like,
least you're honest about it.
like you're
Yeah.
calling me right before I go into a
Yeah.
podcast. It's an hour. I don't,
Right.
or they'll call me and it's like, dude, I'm in meetings. Like I can't
Yeah.
talk right now. Email me and my assistant will handle it. Like,
Right.
so that, or they'll like be like, hey, we talked about that. That's not gonna. We had one where the seller wanted to stay in the property longer and they called me and I was like,
Oh, we've
well,
had that before too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, maybe, I don't know. And they like never sent us paperwork. We never talked about it again. And like, we went to go get keys and they're like, what are you guys doing? We're like, we're moving in today. And they're like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, we talked about this. I go, did you ever send me an addendum? They're like, no. Okay, then it never existed.
Yeah.
It's not in writing. It never existed.
That is very
And so they
true.
talk. And then too, I've been in a few lawsuits where you have to like prove everything that was said.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd rather just be in writing in an email
Yeah.
or in a text because if it's over the phone, then you can say, I said this, you said that. I just put everything in writing.
Yeah.
Make it every easy. And what are we going to really talk about? Like we had an appraisal
Yeah.
come in low the other day. They're like, guys, like, hey, can you call me? I'm like, about what? The appraisal came in low. Okay, send it over.
Yeah.
Like, what are we going to talk about? It low. Your buyer wants the low price. It's now my job to figure out what we're going to
Yeah.
do.
Do you want to
Yeah.
talk about it over the phone? You
Yeah,
know?
what are we going to talk about over the phone?
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
the appraisal came in low. Okay, great.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
next? So I just don't like.
Yeah.
But I hate when I can't get a hold of agents to set up showings,
Yeah.
and I hate when I can't get into a house.
Oh, yeah. That is
God.
the most
I went
embarrassing
through a
thing in
doggy
the
door
world.
before to get
Really?
into a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone
Dang.
in through a window.
Because I'm like, they said I can get in here. They never said how.
Yeah.
So I'll check the windows.
The worst is
like,
when you go to a
everything.
house and the alarm set and it goes off,
Oh,
and you're
I
like,
set off every
cannot
single
set
one.
off- I cannot disarm
like-
an alarm to save my life. I swear to God.
I
no,
called-
the worst is they don't give you the code, and the alarm's
No.
just going off, and then you're calling the agent, it's not picking up, and it's
Yeah.
going off, and then the cops show up, and you're like, hey, what's up, man? They're like, hey, can I help you?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm here to show this house. Here's my approval to show this house. You
Yeah.
didn't tell me there's an alarm. I can't get a hold of him. Okay, no worries, man. Thanks.
Yeah, we're usually
Yeah.
gone before the cops even get there.
Oh,
They're
we
like,
don't
do we
even
need
wait
to
for the
wait?
cops.
I'm like, all right, everybody do a quick run through, cover
And
your
let's go.
ears.
Yeah.
Do you like it? Not really. All right, let's get out.
Yeah. What do you guys have a protocol like when someone shows up and they obviously don't like it? Do you just say
We literally if I know that they're gonna be bad houses, I'm like, look, none of these are my houses. I don't
Yeah.
live here. If you
Yeah.
guys don't like it, we go on to the next one. We can spend
Right.
an hour at the one you like. Like, you're not gonna hurt my
Or
feelings.
if you drive up the street and you don't like what you see, just tell me to keep it pushing. We'll go to
got
the
it?
next.
That's what I always tell people. I'm like,
Yeah.
we don't owe anything to this person to get out of the
No.
car.
No, we don't.
No.
Like if it sucks, that's their
Yeah,
fault,
and if
not
you
ours.
want to look in and it
Yeah.
smells like cat piss, we
Yeah.
walk out.
No, but if somebody gets on my nerves, like if they've been an annoying customer, I will force them to go through the bad house that they
Oh,
want
really?
to go and see. Like if they won't listen to me when I'm saying this smells like cat pee, they're like, we want to see it anyway. Then I walk them all the way up, they smell it, and they look at me, but the seller's there. I'm like, oh, hi, can we go in? And then I
Yeah.
kind of just shove my people in there.
Do you guys show the same house a lot over and over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so
We-
you already
we learn
know,
the
like when
houses.
someone's like, "Hey,
Uh-huh.
interesting."
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'll tell you what, this has been an exciting podcast for me. I tell you that. I've never.
Yeah, we're a little crazy.
No, it's just the model of it is so interesting. It's just like you found a niche that works.
Mhm.
You don't strive away from it. You're not the agents. It's like, oh, don't pay Zillow money, right?
Yeah, it works.
Like-
if you can work
Works.
it, it
Yeah.
works.
And then that's the thing too is like you guys understand that it's a process and it's not just easy money.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's actually people think.
I think it's
like-
harder.
No,
Yeah.
It's
being a
harder than
realtor-
working with sphere of influence.
Yeah, being a realtor is actually like harder than our real jobs.
Was
It is. Oh,
was
yeah.
it harder than you thought it was gonna be?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
110%.
Did you think it was gonna be easy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's always funny when people are like, "Oh, realtors do nothing." I'm like, "Go." I go, "You know what? You should totally go do it then.
Yeah,
Let me know
I
how it goes."
Yeah.
I remember we told that to our realtor. I was like, wow, I really want to be a realtor. It seems like such a fun job. She just stopped and kind of looked at me, and I was like, what would that look for?
Yeah.
It's like it's so funny, like the veteran people. I think the hardest part about real estate when you talk to other agents and people are like, if you don't do any business and work with no people and you only do like 1 or 2 deals a year, then yeah, of course it's like you're working with your aunt. Like of course
yeah,
it's easy.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And you do 2 a year,
Yeah.
nothing happened, it
Yeah.
was smooth. But when you're doing like tons of deals and dealing with tons of people
Yeah.
and meeting strangers all the time,
All the time.
just going on blind dates after blind dates,
It's
Yeah.
wild.
it's wild.
Yeah,
It
and
is.
sometimes, you just really don't like the person you're showing, and you're just like,
You're like, I still got 6 more to go.
Yeah,
And then you're like, paycheck,
oh.
paycheck, paycheck.
no, I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm going to show Crest I can do this. I'm going to power through it,
Yeah, then sometimes we text like, "Hey,
cannot
I can't
yeah.
do this guy. Like, can
And
I
then-
leave?" She's like, "Yeah, you can." I'm like, "But I'm not. But I could."
Yeah. Or like, hey, can I get back up?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people
Or like,
they'll
yeah.
like one of us more.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Like,
it was hard
yeah.
during COVID when I would do show strangers, and then everyone shows up to the house, and you're like,
That was
which
fun.
one are you? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, literally, like she always wants me to jump up and ask like, "Who are you?" or whatever. But it's like, oh man, I hate that because she'll be texting and she's like, "They're there," and I see this couple that's just standing on the road. I'm like, oh, so I'm like, "Hey, are any of you so and so?" They're like, "No."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay,
Okay,
bye."
go back into the car.
Yeah, I have a buddy of mine who's an agent, and all he wears is all black with a red tie, and he's bald. And I asked him, I said, "Why do you do?" He's like, he wears it. It's his uniform. He wears it every day.
Yeah.
His marketing is bald guy, black tie, black shirt, black tie, right?
Okay.
And I asked him, I said, "Where did this start from?" He goes, "When I worked in the casinos in the early 2000s, I would deal with like the high-end rollers. And before cell phones, he had pagers or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, I would just tell the guy, hey, man, I'm going to be the guy by the bar in all black and a red tie, and I'll be bald. So when you see me, just come over to me."
Yeah.
And he's like, I just transfer that over into here. My clients always know what I look like. They always know what I wear. He goes, no one's ever like, are you my realtor? Everyone knows.
Right.
Yeah, that's my
I'm
Weird.
your
realtor.
Yes, everyone knows. And it's like, dude, that's super smart.
Yeah,
Like,
it really
it
is.
do you hate, like when I go show houses, I dress just the way I am right now. Do you guys dress up nice, or do you just wear whatever?
We literally wear this.
Yeah.
Whatever we're in the mood for. If we want to dress up nice, we're like, oh, we're going to do a nice one.
Yeah,
if
if
we
we
want jeans
think, but
and
we
a
really dress
t-shirt,
up nice only if we're gonna run into like the listing side of things. Like just
Yeah.
like for that. Like it's not even for the clients. Like
Yeah.
we're like,
Right.
oh, we're gonna see so and so.
Well, that's the-
Alright.
that's
yeah,
the hard
like
part
if
is
we're
like-
going to see an agent, like we'll dress up like, ooh, you know.
Yeah, and that's funny because I'll show up and people are like, "Are you the agent?" I'm like, "Yes," and it's like so funny because I'm like, I know I do a lot of deals, so it's like, why are you? He's like automatically judging me because
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, be quiet. Just let me show this house.
Right.
Just let me show my house.
And
Yeah.
in the winter, sometimes we're just in.
Oh, everybody in the
PJs,
mountain in the
sweats,
winters
big
is
old jackets, crazy
giant beanies,
Yeah.
mismatched jackets, snow boots.
whatever.
Everybody looks crazy, like you just
All the
pulled them out
realtors
of
do.
like
Yeah.
bed.
Do you guys do a lot of real estate stuff up there, like as a like events and stuff? Because like down here, they're always trying to throw stuff for like networking events and things like that.
We want to do more, but the events that we have thrown, like people got to know our name.
Yeah, but nobody ever used us. But like,
Yeah.
I was showing this one guy's house, and so the owner was there. He's like, "Hey, you look really familiar. Are you Team Shake and Bake?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." He's like, "Oh, thank you so much for showing my house." I'm like, "Well, why didn't you have me list it?" Oh, that was a friend of mine. Oh, okay, cool. Well, they don't like your house. Bye.
Yeah.
You know?
Do maybe people only see you as buyers agents?
Maybe you're right.
Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know really.
I don't know. Maybe it's her
It's weird
face.
that it's honestly like I think you slightly like get into a niche and like people just kind of look at
Yeah.
you a certain way.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
kind of works though, because like all the listing agents know our deals are gonna go through.
Well,
so
here's
it's
but
so
that's my
easy.
thing for you is like right now with inventory like everyone's always said like, oh, I want to be a listing agent, and yeah, until your property sits on the market for 200 days.
And that's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
It's
awkward.
and the sellers don't want to change price, and you're just sitting on it and
Right.
because I also work with developers, and I have one guy that's like, no, this is my price. I'll wait. I don't need to sell it, and he'll just sit on. He'll be like, what's going on with the property, bro?
Nothing.
You know,
Nothing. It's sitting there. It's collecting
It's so,
dust.
and you know what's crazy is like we were on the market 200 days and we sold it 10,000 below. He's like, okay, I'll let it go for that much.
Yeah.
I'm like,
wow.
so for me, I work with 5 developers, so everyone is different.
Right.
So some people care. Some are like, we need to move this now because we have some loans coming up, and some are like, I don't need to sell this thing.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, but I really want to sell this
I really
thing.
want to sell this thing, so I can move on.
So can you drop it?
Do you feel accomplished like after you find someone a house and close a deal, or does that?
No,
how do you
honestly,
feel
we
after you
do,
close a
like,
deal?
Yeah, we get pumped.
Yeah, we both have our favorite, customers. We call them custies for short. And some you just really, really like, and you're just like, wow, I'm so glad I got this couple, like, this little house, everything's good with it. And, it just makes you feel good. I love it. Like, I just closed with a couple. He was a veteran. He's trying to be a fireman. His wife just had a baby. I took him to see, like, maybe 20 houses. And they picked one, and they just love it. Like, they brought me in. We had a couple shots of tequila.
Nice.
They got me a gift. I got them a gift. It was
Do you guys always do closing gifts or no?
Oh, we always do closing
Yeah, we didn't
gifts.
used to in the beginning, but now we do. We don't always hand off the keys, but you're going to walk into your house with a gift.
What do you guys normally give them?
It depends. If we don't know them very well, like it went too fast, then they get a generic like world market gift. But if we actually got to know them and we know what they like, we try to get them like something specific.
Got it. Do you guys go really hard after reviews?
She does.
I do.
You guys do?
I do. She doesn't.
What do you guys do? Just Zillow?
Zillow. All of our reviews are on Zillow.
Got it. Do you guys even have a Google page?
We did, but we've lost touch with it.
And I don't think it was that good to begin with, so we got to get better at it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I love that you guys are like super honest. Because like too many people always want to like come on here and be like, I'm amazing, I do everything great.
We're like, honestly, we're chaotic. I don't know how it's working, but it's worked.
But it seems like that's how it is. It's like it's almost refreshing because it's like so many newer agents that I know just like think everything has to be perfect for them to be successful.
Just get it closed.
I could have that. I have to have the perfect follow up, and I gotta know exactly what to say, and I need the perfect marketing, and I need the perfect this, and then I'm like, just call and talk to people.
Yeah, that's all they want. They don't want a salesman. They just, we had blue collar jobs. So, I mean, we come across as blue collar people. We're chill.
Yeah, like I never walk up to somebody, here's my card. My name is Michelle. I'm a realtor. Hey, what's up?
Yeah. How was your drive?
How was your drive?
I know. I always get weird with like the small talk. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like, let's go show this house now.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, I usually get them in and they'll just make jokes. Because, I mean, there's so many things to talk about mountain houses. Like, there's going to be something weird in there.
Every one of the houses are weird.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can make jokes all over the house. And then
that's
all
just
of a sudden,
how you sell your house. You just make jokes about the house.
How do you guys get worried with like when there's big wildfires and stuff? Did that kind of shut your business down too?
It did, but not bad. We keep a little bit of money in the bank.
Well, now we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, after we got broke that one time.
Yeah.
So now we're cool.
And so do you guys both still work your own jobs?
I actually work 1 day a week, and she works.
I work 3, but like I said, I just loved my job, so I couldn't stop. So, yeah.
She likes being an airplane mechanic. I like being a site tech, too, but we always like
it's like a hobby now.
Yeah, just like a little hobby. So
we're not married either, so, I mean, a part-time job keeps money coming in the slow season, so we don't have to worry.
Dude, I'll say this. I wish I had a part-time job.
Yeah,
like people are like, you really do? I'm like, yeah, I don't. There's plenty of days where I'm not really doing too much. Like I could easily go do something else.
Yeah, make some quick cash.
Yeah,
you know?
Make some quick cash to go do something. Like I mean, I don't think I'd ever Uber Eats or anything like that. Like let's be honest, but
well, you can always strip.
That's true. I could. I just don't know any clubs around here. I don't know if my wife would like that, but
I know.
if times get tough.
Well, maybe if you give her half.
Maybe if times get tough.
She has to be your pimp. Come on.
Makes sense. Yeah. Right. So for you guys, like, do you see yourself just continuing where you're going to go, or do you guys have some motivation?
We're coming up this year in Lake Arrowhead. We're going to be the #1 agents in Lake Arrowhead. People are going to be like, what the fuck? Team Shake and Bake is in Lake Arrowhead?
Yeah.
What?
Say first, you last.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I can guarantee you that.
Do you feel like your blind confidence has really helped you out?
Yeah.
My what?
Blind confidence.
Yeah, she has blind confidence.
Yeah.
She's the gas and the wind and the sails, and I just kind of steer us.
You just kind of hang on for dear life.
Yeah. I'm the rudder in the back. Like, let's try to go right.
She's the brains.
Yeah. It's funny. I'll tell you, I think blind confidence is like the #1 skill set. If you have that in this job, like
is
literally,
that what I have? I've never...
that's what you have. You have blind confidence.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah.
Like you're confident, you don't even know what you're doing, but you're just like, hey, I can do this.
I know for a fact I can do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's blind confidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm super happy that you guys came down here. Like, it's
we
great.
weren't going to because like we usually just blow everybody off.
Yeah, but we thought it'd be funny because we're like, we've left so many offices.
Well, I like Kill Tony, and that's a podcast, and so I've always kind of like wanted to do a podcast, so I'm like, let's
you guys should have your own podcast.
All right.
I mean, how many? So you guys left 4 brokerages now?
Yeah, we left. I did EXP once, and then I did Lynn B. Wilson, and then I did Excellence, and then we went back to EXP, then we did Anomaly, and then now we're in Capri. So we're on 6.
Hey, you know what? I respect that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is I know so many agents that stay at a brokerage that they're not happy with.
Yeah.
They get no value from it. They're doing no business. And then you say, and all they do is complain, but then you're like, well, why don't you just leave?
Exactly.
I really like you here. The people are nice.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, you're here to make money.
Yeah,
No.
do the people pay your bills? I don't think so.
Or they'll call me up and ask me for all these tips, and I finally like just cut people off now where I'm like, hey man, like I don't get paid when you close a deal. So unless you're gonna come work for me or work underneath me at EXP, like what is my benefit to keep helping you?
Right.
And people are like, really, dude? I'm like, bro, I only have a certain amount of time in a day.
It's
like,
true.
And
like I wish there was more time in the day.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard.
Well, and that's the thing too. It's like, it's not fair to my agents that work for me,
No,
where I'm spending all this money learning all this stuff about like AI and all this stuff, and then teaching them how to do all this stuff, and then you're getting it for free.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's why I say I really respect that. That if you know you're unhappy and you're just not going well, you leave.
Yeah, we just haven't found where we want to be. So
no, Anomaly was great.
Anomaly was going to be
we're
good.
We're really, really happy there. But come on.
Capri called us and we couldn't say
no.
no.
Like you guys are the only agents we want in this office. And we're like,
it's going to be us and 2 people that we already know.
That we like a lot.
So it's going to be we're going to get so many leads. Like there's no competition.
It's going to be crazy because we're going to do events outside. We're going to do candy machines. We're going to do churros. We're going to do,
Yeah. And the guy said he doesn't even micromanage. Like he won't even be there. It's going to be
We're going to do raffles.
So easy.
We're going to do all kinds of shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
That is super awesome. I know it's funny. People are like, oh, EXP, like downline and all this stuff. And it's like, most people don't even do that.
No,
that's awesome. And I started in a small brokerage, and I really wish that place would have like worked out. It just didn't.
Yeah.
There's it's kind of what you were talking about your last office. Too much drama.
Yeah.
There was just way too much drama.
It's too bad. You can't do it.
And I I started getting to the point where I'm like, I'm your number 1 agent, and I feel like I can't come to my office because people are unhappy that I have 2 offices and a green screen, but I literally have a team and we're the top agents in the office. Like,
there you go.
Yeah, you're like, I'm making the money.
And that's right. Yes, I told him. I said, "Who's making you money, me or them?"
Yeah.
And we had a decision, and I went my other way. It is what it is. So, well, thank you, ladies, for coming up. If anyone is looking to buy up in the mountains, how do people get a hold of you?
909-801-9790.
Or you can give us a shout out on our Gmail at theshakeandbaketeam@gmail.com. Can I say one more thing before we go?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so Carissa, she's going to be trying out for Survivor.
So you're trying out for Survivor?
Yeah, so if there's any casting agents out there, you just seen her on a podcast, and she's amazing. I'm kind of amazing, too.
Maybe you guys will both go on.
Yeah,
we would tear that shit up.
So hit us up.
The
Thanks.
mom and daughter teams.
Yeah, Blood versus Water.
Yeah.
I didn't know that show was still on.
It is.
That's our dream is to get on Survivor.
Yeah,
so I
it's
just
still
wanted
running.
to give that little shout out.
When do you try out for that?
I'm going to turn in my video in a week, so we'll see.
In a week.
She's
Awesome.
already turned in 2 and got 2 callbacks.
Oh wow, so you're close.
Yeah, I'm close.
Yeah. So what do you even put in the video?
You put like things about yourself, jokes, like what you think you'll do in Survivor, like literally you just try to paint a picture of what your life is.
Interesting. My wife is actually trying out for a reality TV show on Saturday.
Oh, that's
what
awesome.
is she trying out for?
I have no idea. My wife's she's Mexican, and it's some Latin channel.
Oh,
so if she
cool.
so if she
Good
gets
luck
on the
to
show,
her.
if she gets on the show, I will have no idea what anyone's saying because I know no Spanish.
Right.
So like she's like, how are you gonna watch the show? And I'm like, I'm gonna literally have someone next to me, just translate to me the whole time. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
She's like, well, are you gonna like come to the audience and stuff? I was like, yeah, I'll sit there and just like everyone starts clapping. I just clap.
Like that too.
Yeah, it was funny. We went to back to school night, and my stepson, he's in like Spanish too, and so like they spoke the whole class in Spanish, and I'm just sitting there, I have no idea what anything they say, and then everyone starts laughing. Everyone just starts laughing, and I'm like, okay, something was funny.
You're like.
So yeah, she's all nervous right now to go and do it.
Well, good luck to her.
So for you, if you get a callback, then you go to like in person?
So they give you like a paper to fill out, which I haven't gotten past. So after you fill out the paper, then they call you for an interview. So the interview is what I'm trying to get to, because I know if they meet me, I'm going to go on.
Yeah. That's exciting.
And I can't do my video until hers is in. You know what I mean? So
it takes a lot of work. Yeah.
It takes so much work to do a video. It's
crazy. Really?
Yeah.
I think she would actually win before I won, but
I think I would too.
Well, yeah, she's prisoned.
Exactly.
She would shank someone. She
I
knows
know.
prison rules.
I'll just punk somebody.
That's what she said.
Me.
She's like,
would.
she's like this. Is it prison rules or what are we doing here?
Please tell me it's prison rules.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, thank you, ladies, so much.
Well,
I really
thank you so much for
appreciate
having us.
time.
We appreciate you.
I'm happy that we were able to do your first podcast.
Yeah, that's cool.
Made the dream come true.
And now you guys can get on the next level doing some social media stuff because you guys did great in front of a camera.
Thanks.
All right, guys.
Appreciate you.
So make sure, guys, go follow them. Go like their stuff. If you need someone to buy or sell up in the mountains, these are the ladies you need to talk to.
Number one.
And remember, guys,
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Never forget them. Until next, guys, peace.